Hi, I'm Tris. So, in today's video, we are going to be crocheting a tardigrade. Yeah. More precisely, we are going to be making Tommy the tardigrade. Tardigrade? One of those. It is Annie's Hooks and Healers' newest pattern. And you know what? I felt like I haven't been doing anything other than make squares for the longest time. And since I really enjoy and love making plushies, I feel like it's time to do some of that. And I felt like we might as well do it together, right? I decided to make the big version. She has two versions. She has a little one. I think she called it market friendly or something like that. Today I'm gonna be making the bigger one, and that is Tommy, if I'm not mistaken. Ultimately, what actually made the decision, or like swayed me towards one rather than the other, was that I wanted a chance to use our sticks again, our little knitting needles, to keep things in place, to probably explore whether or not it actually does work, or if I was just insanely lucky with the dinosaur. I also realized that right now on my YouTube channel I'm gonna be having like a complete, like 2 videos making granny squares and 2 videos making like plushies. But like, I feel like I've just been spending so much time making those squares that I really want to go back to plushies, and plushies are exactly what I am most passionate about making. And quite frankly, I've been watching Annie Hooks and Healers for a bit now, and I've been really looking forward to this pattern, so I have joined her Patreon. The first Patreon I've ever joined, so let's hope I can figure out how to actually use it. I figured out how to get Tommy down, so that's a plus. But yeah, one thing I really like about the pattern so far, I haven't really done much. I've done like 2 rounds of one leg, and then I was like, oh yeah, you wanted to film. That I think I'm gonna implement in my own patterns from now on is actually she has a little, like the last page of her pattern has pattern testers pictures, which was really nice because I was like, what color should I make my Tommy in? And and there were so many pictures, and I was like, oh, I really like it in this color. And it's not the color that like Annie made it in to begin with. It's actually orange. I thought the orange one looked really cool. I'm not gonna show you pictures because I don't own the pictures. But I have so much of this toucan stuff that I need it used up, and this is the perfect pattern. So hopefully I have one and some. Hopefully that's gonna be enough. I have this much done of 1 foot. I'm not gonna take you through the pattern or anything. You're gonna have to buy that yourself, and I will leave her links down below in the comments. That way you can get your own pattern, because as this is not mine, I don't... That would be a really shitty thing to do. Basically, so I'm just gonna start making some feet. One foot down, only 7 more to go. I have 2 feet so far, and I don't really have any complaints about the feet parts. I've basically just been doing as the pattern says. So, you know, they look just like they're supposed to. The only thing that I've changed, and that's more like because I like to end my ends like that, is that I always finish with a slip stitch when I have to sew. That's a me preference. And I don't think there's anything wrong with the pattern just because it doesn't do that. That's totally a me preference. Want to make that clear. That's just because I'm odd. But yeah, they look nice. Definitely think it'll look nicer if it wasn't this toucan yarn. I feel like when you do it in small increments, it kind of has a tendency to look a little funky or be a little more outy bits. Like, I don't know how well it comes across, but yeah. It's a little bit more like things are poking out a little bit more than I prefer, but that could also just be because I am using a hook. But like, isn't it? No, I'm using the hook you're supposed to, so I don't know why, but sometimes it just comes out like that. But yeah, I have 2. That means I have 6 more to go. And so far I'm really liking it. Oh, I was very optimistic with that strand, huh? Will this even go around twice? Barely. We'll see if I get in trouble with that one. I have weaved it up because it got annoying to deal with, so hopefully this makes the process easier. Can you tell that I'm overly tired right now? Well, at least I can laugh at myself. Anyway, I finished all the legs. Quite easy. Worked out great. Had no problems whatsoever. So that's good. That's great. So I have found no faults yet, which like I don't expect to find any faults, but like you never know with patterns. But yeah, I am enjoying it so far. I think it's going quite well. So that's a good point. I've just realized that I'm not gonna be needing these for the feet. You crochet them in. I don't know how I didn't realize that. But apparently you crochet them in, so that's gonna be lovely. That's less sewing. I don't think you crochet in the head, so I'm probably gonna have to sew that in. But that is good news. I cut the ends with this entirely too long, but you know, in my defense, I thought I was going to be sewing. I'm not. You know, that's a problem that would have been easily solved if I had just read the pattern beforehand, but I quite frankly don't know anybody who does that. Do you do that? Do you read the pattern before you start? Or do you just read the first bit that you have to do? Because, like, that's what I do. I just read the first bit. I'm like, oh, okay, it starts with 6 crochets and magic ring. I can do that. So, on we go, right? It definitely gets me into interesting predicaments. That could have easily been avoided if I'd, you know, simply read the pattern. But, you know, that's not fun. Well, I'd rather end up in a pickle out of nowhere, right? I forgot how many I had done. One more. Okay. Oh, well, I will finish this. Oh, well, I probably won't finish it before I talk to you guys again. I will simply attach the legs. All Fidos has been attached. Now I think, however, it's 7. I think I need to go take the doggo for little walks. and actually get some dinner before I forget again. So yeah, I think it's looking very good. I think it's really cool actually. But yeah, I love it when they can stand. So let's hope he can still stand when he gets his hat on. So I've had my dinner, and just in time a new video of Crochet by Jenna just came out. Just in time for me to start the next part of this. So that's convenient. I still have quite a bit of this tardigrade left, and I did realize that I messed up somehow. I thought I followed it pretty evenly, but apparently I didn't, because the feet, as you can see, right, doesn't quite match exactly. I think there's a stitch of difference, which, like, I don't mind. But it annoys me a little bit that I know it's there when it's not supposed to be. So I'm not gonna go back and change it, because it's quite a lot of rows and I don't care that much. But yeah, I do think it's turning out pretty good, and it's quite nice actually. So I think the only thing that I had a little trouble with was joining the legs. Or well, not joining the legs precisely, but around after joining the legs. But she has a video for that, so like it was okay, and then it just took me like just took me a couple of tries to figure out just how one actually did it. But yeah, she has a video, so it's definitely something that's one can figure out. I am back again. It is the next day. I finished the whole body. Now I only have the head to do. I still have no complaints about the pattern. I like it. I don't like how I made it. Because as you can see, it's quite... It looks like it's been crocheting loose. Like, it's been crocheted loosely. But I've really just been crocheting the way that I would normally do it. So I think that I used too big of a hook, because I've never had something like that. Like, even when I began crocheting, I have never had that. So I think that is just because I used too big of a hook. I'm gonna continue using the same hook, otherwise it's probably gonna look a little bit odd when I add the head. I will say that I am pretty sure I followed the instructions that like as it was. Of course I could have messed up, but I mean, my legs are crooked. Like, really crooked. I don't know if that's a me fault or if that's how the pattern is supposed to be. But like, I think it's fine, because mine is kind of crooked. Like, you can just make it look like the eye or like the head, instead of pointing straight, kind of just point it that way, and no one shall be the wiser. So that's the good thing. But yeah, otherwise that's kind of my only thing, is that my legs are crooked. I now have a body and I have a face. I think it's bloody adorable. I do think it's a little odd. I can't quite understand how she wants you to attach it. I don't understand that part, so I'm just gonna do it my way. But the head is kind of cute. I think it's adorable. I think it's a little odd that it's like so large still, but it's the first time I've seen that, so that's only why I'm wondering why that is. But you know, if it works, it works. And so far, it's kind of cute. I added these little eye details because I think that makes things a lot more cute. But you know, that's up to the individual. And I think the way that they made this is actually very smart. I don't think I would have come up with that. I think I would have just given up and just made a string and sewn it on, to be honest. So I think that's very clever, actually. I'm not necessarily the best at giving like critical feedback back. I figured that was an important note to make, since we're kind of making this soul pattern and I'm kind of saying what I think about it. I'm not very good at giving very critical things, or like saying critical things, unless there's something specific that I really don't like. And I feel like with this pattern, there wasn't something that I like really didn't like. I had things where I was like, well, why might that be? Like the head, why did she make that decision? Because I hadn't seen that before, you know? But otherwise I'm very much a person that's like, well, you gave me what you gave me. It's kind of my choice to run with it or not, you know? But yeah. All in all, I think that this is a great pattern. I don't know if I'm gonna be making the big one again. But I think I still want to try the small one. I think this is Timmy and the other one is Tommy. Otherwise it's the other way around. But here is the finished water bear. You can kind of see where the needle went in. But maybe if we just smush it again. There we go. There we go. I think it's very cute, actually. It's very cute. I think she did an amazing job on this pattern. I couldn't find like any mistakes in the pattern, so I think for this being my first hooks and heelers pattern, I think it went fairly well. And even though my legs are crooked, which, you know, was the only thing I was like, did I make a mistake or is it the pattern? Because I genuinely think I did everything I was supposed to do. But, again, it could also be a mistake, because I think it's only off by 1 or 2 stitches. And that could easily be miscounted, right? So, all in all, I think we made one bloody adorable little body. And honestly, I would recommend you to make one yourself, because they're quite cute, you know? I, however, wouldn't recommend you go looking up what a water bear actually looks like, or a tardigrade looks like in real life, because then you might be scarred for life. But otherwise, it's kind of cute. The stuffy is cute, and the pattern is great, and it's super easy to follow. So yeah, take that as you will. I hope that you make some. I think the pattern designer would love to see more. I'm definitely gonna post this one on Instagram as soon as I post this video. Also, let me know down in the comments below what you thought about this video. Do you like videos where we just focus on one pattern? Or do you like vlogs where I make multiple different things, but then the videos might take longer to come out? Let me know down in the comments. What do you prefer? Because personally, I really like vlogs, and then I don't really care if they are making only one project or multiple projects. But yeah, this one was cute. I love his face. That's probably my favorite part. I love his face. He's just an innocent little boy. But yeah, if you made it this far, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I am completely new to this crochet YouTube thing, so any support would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to leave a like and do, those fun YouTube things like leaving a comment. Tell me what you think about this little guy. And don't forget to check out any hooks and healers. I don't know why that's so difficult for me to say. She is the pattern designer for this lovely little body, and I shall leave links down in the subscription box for easy access to this. I will be linking her Etsy, but if you find her YouTube channel, you can also find things in there. I might link it all, actually, just to give proper credit. I don't want to be told that I didn't give good enough credit, even though I think I have said her name like 5 times or something in this video. But yeah, great pattern, highly recommend. Don't forget to subscribe so you can watch what I do next week, and then I will see you then. Goodbye. Don't forget to dream big and have an awesome day.